how are you doing? Hey Backcountry, hey Palma, hey anybody else who might be here. So we're back. We're in the Matrix right now, apparently, in the little simulation that Kay made for us. How is it called? Little Thief, if I remember right. And we're gonna try and figure out what we can about the murder, from what we know. So we have Old Bag here, who told us that she saw one person murdering another. Like, she saw two people talking here in the stadium, and then one of them just shot the other, and that's it. That's a pretty shitty eyewitness account as far as they go. But there we have it. So, let me just, well, I'm just gonna assume that you guys can see and hear me right, and we'll dive right into it. Oh yeah, we need to check the. I think we checked the victim. We saw that backstage the stage was what's the expression they used? Anyhow, the equipment wasn't out. That's what I want to see. Oh, thanks, Wada. Okay, hi too, by the way. And now it's just the killer. It's the silhouette of the killer with his gun at the ready. Okay. Oh, hey Gecko. Good to see you, man. Happy you're here. And I know I don't need to remind you guys, but of course all the voices can change. If you got an idea, just let me know. Oh, thanks, man. Okay, is it not possible to recreate the face of the killer?
Well, I can't exactly input what we don't know into Lil Thief.
She has a point. Okay, so that's all we got right now. Well, good thing we waited for that. So let's see what pieces of logic we have right now. We know that the victim might have been one of the kidnappers. We know that the stage was packed up. That's the phrase I was looking for. The stage I saw this morning in the center of the stadium has been packed away. Why is there no blood? Actually, none of these seem to be connected in any way. Not to me, at least. Maybe I should talk to both of them. Let's see. Oh yeah, we're looking for a voice for, what's her name? For Emma. I gave her like a generic girl voice. I feel it's a bit too similar to Kay's voice, in my opinion, so if anybody got a better idea, just feel free.
This is amazing. Just feel the power of science.
Okay, it seems like we already talked to her about everything, too. I don't know, can you help us with maybe Mr. Deacon's pendant? She studies forensics, maybe she can help us with that. Tell us something.
Scientifically calculating and thinking critically about this, then putting it in a way that transmits the feeling that I understand. Phew! Done. She makes it sound like she knows what she's talking about, but she really has no idea.
Admittedly, I'm slightly confused about what she just rattled off. Okay, so nothing. That's a text where there's nothing. Brazilian dies more than you. Rage quits. What game though, Suika? What game is that? Murder notes maybe? As a forensic? Maybe she... No, same thing. I guess there's nothing she can really give us. What about Old Bag? Also, Old Bag is the only character I feel like I need to give a warning off to. I mean, her voice. It's kind of shrill, so if you got high volume on your speakers or headphones, consider yourself warned.
What is this? Some sort of new attraction?
And that's it. So he can't really... Okay, so maybe I'm missing something. She obviously can't help us with any of these, because she's absolutely fucking clueless. Oh, it's Fightcade. Damn, I need to get into that. Really need to find the time. Metal Slug. Fuck, I want to play Metal Slug. Oh, I looked into it and downloaded it. Do you have to register to play it? Okay, so we got the stage. Got the murder at the ready. Anything else maybe? It never works, but it's 7 bong. Yeah, exactly. Pretty much. Gun at the ready. Same thing as before. Now I'm fairly convinced that the victim was killed here, but then why is there no blood? There must be some explanation for this contradiction. Perhaps I should go all over the information I've gathered one more time. Well, it sounds like I really need to go over the fucking logic, but I don't know. What could... Only think I can kinda maybe think might work is that the stage was packed up and why is there no blood? I think I'm gonna have to try all of them, and if I lose some HP, oh shit, I already lost some HP. Yeah, I'm still good. Still more than half. I think I'm good. Let's see. I feel like maybe I'm missing some piece of logic. I can't see a clear connection between these two pieces of information. Then that's a no. Victim was kidnapped, first stage was packed. No, this has nothing to do with anything. Maybe the fact that, I don't know, there wasn't any blood there, there's no blood here, that kind of connects. But the stage was packed up and victim was kidnapped, or those definitely don't. Obviously it's going to be that in the end, but still. Oh, is it not possible that the victim was wearing a costume?
So you really think that Mr. Deacon was one of the kidnappers?
Huh, so it did work. I think we can reasonably assume that there's a very good chance that he was. Even with a costume, though, I'd imagine there would be some blood. Because the hole in the costume would be at the same place as the hole in his body, so he would still bleed from there. And that if he was shot while he was inside one of those stolen costumes...
Then Mr. Deacon's blood would be inside the costume instead of on the ground!
I don't really see how that works, but sure game. Precisely. Now, if only we could prove that the victim was wearing a costume.
You'd think it'd be pretty easy if we could find some footprints. But the problem is finding them, since there doesn't seem to be any around.
Well, didn't Emma just say that she developed something with footprints? Footprints, huh? I wonder how we can go about finding some of those. Okay, so we got that. Let's go talk to Emma now, I think. Oh, well, we said that already. There we go. Footprint analysis. Excellent. Emma, about the method you were talking about for finding footprints.
Ah, finally, my expert knowledge in forensics is needed.
Yes, well, can you detect and trace even partial footprints?
Leave it to me. My cutting-edge detection kit can find anything.
Very well. If you could please analyze the footprints in this area.
Okay, stand back now and witness the power of science at work.
Out of the Matrix. Back in real life.
Hey, I found something. Look, right here.
I don't see anything.
Oh, that's right. Here, put these special glasses on, Mr. Edgeworth.
These footprints here were definitely left by a badger costume.
Judging by the way the prints are layered, those seem to be the newest.
Then we can conclude that the victim was definitely wearing a costume at the time. Victim's costume data jotted down by organizer. Okay.
Okay, in that case, I'll update Little Thief's simulation parameters. I can't wait to see what we find out from this new info.
Recreation, so he was standing there. Other guy was probably in a costume too. Oh, that's it, I completed? And full HP. Excellent.
So the victim was wearing a costume when he died. And with that, we should be one step closer to the truth, right?
I see the recreation has changed in accordance with the new information. We may be closer, but now something else has caught my attention.
What do you want?
Your testimony, naturally. I'd like to hear it one more time, if you please. Well, let's see what Oldback witnessed.
I came to this stadium to take a short break. As I was resting, I happened to glance over and I saw two men facing each other in that area. Suddenly, there was a loud gunshot and the person who was shot fell to the ground. It was a very terrifying experience, let me tell you.
So, does this mean that Miss Oldback's testimony has a contradiction in it?
Well, I know about a contradiction, but she should have noticed that the two people were in costume. Or maybe that's a contradiction. Yes, and I believe our best course of action is to compare it with your recreation.
See? I just knew Little Thief would be of help. Now let's see if we can pull more info from Miss Oldback to put into the recreation.
For that, we must first find the contradiction in her testimony. Well, think about it, it makes the most sense that it would be the newest piece of evidence, too. So let's see, I think when she says that she saw two men facing each other. A gunshot and a person moved. The shot fell to the ground. It could be either or, I feel. Like either this one or the one before. But let's see what does the evidence exactly say. He was likely wearing one due to the footprint's shape and the lack of blood. Well, since we're only talking about the victim having a costume on right now, I'm gonna try this. Objection! Shit, I think I'm wrong. This piece of evidence says otherwise.
Great job, Mr. Edgeworth. She's so lost, she's just staring blankly at you now.
Ugh. This piece must not be what I'm looking for. I can't let my guard down. I must stay focused or I'm done for. Well, again, it has to be that piece of evidence. I'm really sure it has to be this one because this is the only new thing we found here. And last time we couldn't even talk to her. I mean, we couldn't even find a contradiction. We didn't even have the option. So I'm pretty sure it is this. I think I chose the wrong place, maybe. Very terrifying expression. Well, I'm not objecting to that really. Take a short break. Maybe I should. I don't know. Maybe I should press her first, and we'll get some new press dialogue. I guess I could try on these two. Or in everything, just to be absolutely safe.
Hold it!
Hold it! You mean you took a break from being the Pink Badger?
You may not think it, but it's hard work keeping kids' dreams alive. You smell of sweat. Your hip creaks with pain. You even begin to dream about work.
That's the kind of story that would scar a child for life, you know.
Well, that's why I chose to come take my break here, whippersnapper. I don't plan on playing the part of the dead badger in front of a bunch of kids.
So what did you see while you, the Pink Badger, were resting?
Oh, yes, that. Well.
She was resting. Let's press that too. You saw two men. Can you describe them for me? Well, there we go. Okay.
They look like your average Joes. Completely uninteresting and not worth fawning over.
Well, there we go. She says they're completely uninteresting, and one of them might have been wearing a costume.
I'm telling you, they were so boring that I don't even remember much beyond that.
But did they have any special features? Anything you can recall would be very helpful.
Oh my! Don't tell me you're jealous of those two men.
Hey, she's right. You do seem pretty worked up over there, Mr. Edgeworth.
I'm not worked up over anyone, and I'm not jealous.
It's alright, Edgy Poo. Those two are just fools compared to a stallion like you. I thought so little of them that I lost interest the instant I laid my eyes on them.
Okay, I'm gonna try the same piece of evidence with this, because she said... Yeah, because she said that there wasn't anything special about them. That's me, Wada, the British stallion. Objection! Two men? How did you know the gender of the two people involved? Seeing as how the victim was wearing a costume at the time.
Ah!
Furthermore, I have another matter I'd like to inquire about. I'd very much like to know why you failed to mention the costume in your testimony. See, you just can't assuming gender. You just cannot assume gender. That's what I was trying to say. You're absolutely right, Wada.
Ah!
I'm beginning to doubt if you really witnessed the murder at all.
But I'm telling you, I really did see it. I saw it with my very own eyes. From a seat in the second tier.
The second tier?
Hey, didn't you say you saw it right in front of you earlier?
That was, you know, I was using the phrase in the metaphorical sense.
I see our witness still has a screw loose in the metaphorical sense.
The cushy seats in the second tier are reserved for hotshot VIPs. Which is exactly why I go there now and again to take a nap.
I can't see how you could have gotten a good look from there. It's so high up.
Were you able to see even the victim's costume from way up there?
Well, I knew I saw two people. But I couldn't really see what they looked like because they were in the stage's shadow.
Shadow of the stage. It was hard to make out the killer and victim that Oldback saw in the stage's shadow. Well, that's new info we can input into the matrix.
My eyesight isn't what it used to be, you know. Not like when I was young. I was smart of men, of course they would notice me in a flash. Easy, was a careful little girl.
Let's return to our investigation, shall we, Kay?
You got it.
Hack into the matrix. What we have here. Another investigation begins. Holy shit, I didn't know there were 20 fucking metal slugs. How many are there? Do they still, like, exist? Are they, like, still being released and shit? Okay, anyhow. Well, stage's shadow, right? Okay, I think that's what I need to, like, connect with the logic. That the stage was packed and that it was in the shadow, so maybe the stage wasn't packed up and that's the wrong information. Let's see. If that woman's testimony is to be believed, the murder occurred before the stage was broken down.
Do you want me to input that bit of info into Little Thief?
Yes, if you please.
Okay.
Oh, it's a re-release of Metal Slug 7. I see. Why is it called XX then? Then we have another contradiction right here. is clearly...
A contradiction here!
And 7 was the 8th game. Oh, it's one of those fucking Japs. Gotta make it weird and confusing. Please stop stealing my lines!
Oh, come on! It wasn't that hard to see it coming, even for a layman like me.
Most like X was the remake of 2 that fixed literally everything. Then why XX is 7? Like, I'd imagine... Oh, because it's the second remake. This is just like Mega Man. I can't follow like the Mega Man series numbers either. So many different like offshoots and shit. I suppose. In any case, it's not possible for the killer to have stood here in that way. Because there was a very real stage set up in front, in this spot at that time.
Yeesh! I told you I got it! Do you feel the need to explain everything?
Yes, well, in any case, we still need to resolve this unusual situation.
Isn't it obvious? The killer was on top of the stage, naturally.
Actually, that might explain the weird angle too, but oh, so that means he was shot in the back then. And that would explain the weird angle then.
Right, Miss Oldback?
Yes! I remember now! The killer was standing on top of the stage!
See? Now let me update the info in the simulation.
Well, that was easy. Full HP. That's for backcountry, even though he's not here.
Well, well, what have we here? A bunch of hooligans running amok, I see.
He asked that every time Lang appears, he does the Wolf Girl Awoo thing. Or I do the Wolf Girl Awoo thing. So there you have it. Agent Lang, how nice of you to join us.
Well, I can't have you going around messing up my crime scenes.
Agent Lang, we've discovered that the real scene of the murder is here, the stadium.
I see. Thanks.
For what?
I'm just trying to show you my appreciation for all the time you saved me. Who knew that such a strange little toy could recreate a crime scene like that?
Little Thief is not a toy!
Thank you, Suika. Appreciate that.
You too. Sir!
They're gonna arrest Oldbag now? Hmm? Oh, they set up the stage, okay.
And there you have it. See?
Oh.
You see? Big boys like me don't need silly toys, little girl. Now this is a recreation.
So what? Do you still intend to assert that Officer Meekins is the killer?
Of course. Even knowing that the crime took place here doesn't let him off the hook.
Or does it? Let's see.
This is the real scene of the crime.
Well, I can't dispute that.
Officer Meekins lay in wait for the victim on top of the stage. And when the victim finally showed, he shot him from on high. That's the truth your little recreation showed.
How far will you go to accuse Officer Meekins of the crime?
He's the most likely suspect we've got, especially given the situation with his gun.
Well, even if he is the killer, at least my recreation was on the mark.
You see? Thank you for understanding, my little crow girl.
Grr! I'm not some common crow. I'm the Yanagarasu, the Raven of Legend.
Unfortunately, your conclusion is yet to be tested, So let's see how well it holds up. Okay. I guess I might as well just press everything. Says I don't spot, lay in wait for the victim. I don't really have a specific piece of evidence that contradicts that. I guess I might as well just press everything for now. Hold it! Looks like we found the real crime scene first. Crows are smart animals, that's true. Yeah, but that's your point, that she's not just a crow. Even among crows, she's like top crow. Top tier crow.
Haha, brag all you want, but we don't have all that free time, unlike the two of you.
You know what you remind me of? A dog licking his wound as he whimpers home.
Ravens are just big shittier crows with lobotomites. Really? I know there was that a difference in intelligence between crows and ravens.
Well, I guess I should be thankful for all the time you saved me. You see. That's how we say thanks in my country.
God, he is such a douchebag. You're welcome. I hope he realizes we didn't do I hope he realizes we didn't do all of this for him.
But I'm here now, so I'll be taking over. As I was saying, this is where the crime took place.
Press. Hold it! Lying in wait? How did Officer Meekins even know the victim was going to come here?
Simple. He was investigating the kidnappers, right? And while he was doing so, he came to understand the victim, Mr. Deacon's movements.
Objection! Ha! And why would the good officer want to ambush and kill a kidnapper?
You mean his motive? Who knows? And who cares? You can find that out for yourself when you talk to him in jail.
You have no respect for the order of law.
Don't get me wrong, but I need more than there's no motive to convince me otherwise.
He's right. The lack of a motive is a rather weak argument by itself.
So, the officer lay in wait on top of the stage.
He shot him from on high. Hold it! So you agree with how our recreation turned out?
Like I said, I'm grateful that you were able to save me some time.
Alright, but we still don't know why he chose to wait on top of this stage.
Who cares? Maybe he wanted to become the Blue Badger. Who's to say he didn't see the stage and decided to put on a Badger stage show of his own?
Maybe there's a completely different reason.
What does it matter? It still doesn't change the fact that Officer Meekins stood up on that stage and shot the victim on the ground below.
It's really a little recreation show. Well, I'm gonna press this too, but honestly, I'm kind of don't really have a clue right now. Hold it! So you honestly believe that what you're saying is what really occurred?
Hey, you're the ones who came up with this scenario. Are you saying you doubt yourselves?
Touché. Unfortunately, Agent Long's conclusions do not contradict with our recreation.
Then, does that mean it all went down just as he says?
No, not quite. I wonder if what we had recreated earlier was the whole truth. In that sense, okay, so we need to find, so we do need to doubt ourselves, basically, and find something that doesn't fit. Okay, let's go over everything we got. Have an explanation of park attractions listed. Touch, okay. So we're in the stadium, which is north of the Wild West area. Doesn't seem how that helps me right now. Bad Badger's head, don't think that helps me. Blue Badger Bible, I don't think this helps here either. Badger Photo Rally, there's only one of each. Anything special? Nope, just the fact that there's one of each running around. So on costumes, I don't think that works now either. Okay. Oliver Deacon, time of death pending autopsy, preliminary findings indicate loss of blood resulting from a gunshot wound, entry point lower right. Oh, there we go! That contradicts it! Entry point lower right abdomen, exit point right shoulder. So that means that the killer must have stood on the ground, and the victim must have stood on top of it. Okay, well there we have it. Mr. Deacon's murder notes. He shot him from on high. Oh wow, Chairs. Well, I appreciate you running. You're gonna be fit as shit by the time we're done with this game at this rate. You ran last time too, I remember. But thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Glad to have you here. Just in time for us to split apart Lang's testimony. Let's present him with the murder notes. Objection! I'm terribly sorry, Agent Lang. I should have warned you that our recreation is incomplete. You cut in quite unexpectedly, after all.
What's that supposed to mean?
You said that the victim was shot by the killer from up above, correct? I hate to break it to you, but that's not possible.
Huh? Why not?
Recall Mr. Deacon's body, specifically where the gunshot wounds were located.
Actually, I didn't get that good of a look.
Oh, well then. The bullet entered Mr. Deacon in his abdominal region and exited his right shoulder. This is more consistent with an angled shot from beneath the victim.
Ugh.
Then,
Yes, our recreation had the victim being shot at an angle from above.
a clear contradiction!
You're discounting your own conclusions?
No, this one point is the only flaw. This was the mistaken parameter in our recreation. The killer and victim's locations, obviously. Shot from below in front of the victim, exactly. Yes, the locations of the killer and the victim were wrong.
Ah, I get it. I see what you're trying to say.
I believe the killer and the victim were standing opposite to what we initially thought. It was the victim who was on top of the stage as he was being shot by the killer. So maybe it's the killer who was in a costume because of footprints? Or maybe they both were in a costume, which seems the most likely to me. If this is what happened, it should also explain the positioning of the gunshot wounds.
But then, what about the footprints?
Since footprints don't lie, we can assume then that the killer also wore a costume.
Okay, I'll try using that data instead.
There we have it. That seems about right to me. Judging from the fact that both the killer and the victim were wearing costumes, I'd say it was a killing between the two kidnappers. That would be the most natural conclusion. Wouldn't you agree, Agent Lang? How did he fall forward? From the shock? I don't know. It's possible. With a bullet, he should have felt bad. Well, possibly, Cheers, but I don't think that necessarily. I mean, the blow might have not just sent him flying backwards. Could be that he was shot with a low caliber pistol or low caliber weapon or bullet, whichever one the caliber belongs to, and that's when and you know, he kind of staggered and fell forward. I don't think necessarily guns like or like bullet wounds send people flying backwards like in movies. Especially with one bullet, unless it was designed to stop him in place, he could have lurched forward, I think.
Well done, Mr. Prosecutor. But that alone doesn't clear Officer Meekins of the crime.
Oh, god damn it. Another bit of proof.
I ask that you take another good look at the tire marks over there.
Not flying backwards, but knocked him. Well, possibly, Chairs. In your favor, or in favor of your argument, I'd say that Mr. Deacon was pretty old and probably kind of frail, so maybe he could have. But I don't know. Maybe because it hit him, it came out of the right shoulder or something, then it sent him like, you know, spinning, and then he fell forward instead of just like staggering backwards. Shot plenty of guns, and the force of the bullet knocked the dummy over a bit. Well, I've never shot dummies. I've only shot like cardboard targets, so I can't really tell. And I've never actually shot at a person, not bullets at least. Except for really weak guns. Well, maybe it was a weak gun. I don't know. Or again, maybe because it came out of his right shoulder, it kind of, you know, sent him spinning, and then he fell forwards. Not like, you know, dramatically spinning, but like a half spin or something, and then he fell forward. I don't know. I'm just trying to help the game devs here.
The 3 marks are indicative of the Blue Badger mobile. That story Officer Meekins told about the shop on wheels getting stolen was just a lie. He drove the Blue Badger mobile here and committed the murder. Then, he used the car to move the body into the garage in the Wild Wild West area.
What's that? Bullets don't have the mass to push someone back. If it did, that it wouldn't pierce through. Maybe you're right, Gecko. Again, I've never shot anything more than a cardboard target, so I don't really know. But I would argue that Chairs that in favor of Gecko's argument that the dummy you shot was probably less dense than, you know, a human body with all the meat and shit we got. Oh, hey, Scribble. You believe he moved the body with a car?
That's right. It was Officer Meekins himself who pointed us to the way he did it.
The 3-tier tread marks are very telling. However, is the Blue Badger mobile the only thing capable of creating such a pattern?
Okay, let's see. Well, we got another Badgermobile right here, the pink one. It would need to go much faster to make up for the mass spreading out the impact. Who could have staggered barely, stood up, then his center... Oh, what? The center of mass knock made him fall forward. Oh, I don't know. That's like too advanced for me. Gun-wise, I guess. Okay, take another good look at the tire marks. 3 marks are indicative of the Blue Badgermobile. That's where Officer Meekins stole. Getting stolen was just a lie. Drove the Badgermobile here and committed the murder. Then used the car to move the body to the garage in the Wild Wild West area. First of all, no blood. But let's see. First of all, we have another. Let's see what it says about the Badgermobile here. Nothing here. Of course, many of the guns you shot didn't go completely through the... Well, maybe that's... well, I'm no forensics expert here, but maybe that might explain it. It would make more sense to me, at least, that if a bullet doesn't go through you, it pushes you back more. Okay, mobile shop with 3 wheels was parked inside the Wild Wild West area garage. That does not really help us. I think I'm gonna need to press everything again. Costume... just looked at all of these. I don't think got anything here that can help us with that. Well, with Newton's law, where would that force go? Yep. When you say it like that, Cheers, you sound absolutely right. Anyhow, let's just push everything. Yes, press. I mean, hold it. The tire marks.
Yes, the tire marks. The ones there behind the stage.
They're gonna show them to us now? Yeah.
They were hidden up until now by the various pieces of stage equipment. As for when they were made,
They must have been made after the rain had begun to fall, correct?
yes, and probably around the same time as when the killer's footprints were made. The tires of that blue Badgermobile probably got pretty muddy because of that.
Oh, well, there we go. They did not. The tires are completely clean.
I say it's a blue Badgermobile because, well, that's pretty obvious too.
But there we go. That's... I know if it should be here or here that I show it, but we can clearly see that the wheels are not muddy at all, or at least this front wheel is not muddy at all. I'm gonna try and press this one because it says specifically Blue Badgermobile, and then I'll decide which one to object to. Hold it! 3 tire marks. I have to agree that the Blue Badgermobile has 3 tires.
Of course, the only thing in this park that could make those marks is that roving shop.
Objection! Are you forgetting that there are, in fact, 3 of them? You can't simply ignore the pink and proto-Badgermobiles, Agent Lang.
Of course, I didn't say it couldn't be either of the other 2. But I see no reason to drag them into this just to complicate things.
Okay, so definitely the first one, because he talked about the muddy tire marks, or muddy tires. Objection! Oh shit, I think I'm wrong. God damn it! But he said muddy, come on! I'm gonna try the second statement then. That statement just now stands in contradiction to this piece of evidence.
That thing has nothing to do with what I was saying. Now put it away! And your logic is so badly in need of repair that you might as well throw it out too. This is the real deal here. Your courtroom mannerisms are worthless at a crime scene.
Ugh. You dare to insult the courts? So I guess that wasn't it. I guess I'll press everything and then I'll decide which one, because it might not be this statement too. Though I really could... Whatever. Hold it! Of course, you have some sort of proof that it was all a lie, correct?
Of course not.
Well, that was blunt.
This is what Gumshoe goes through every single day. What do you mean? He doesn't have to work with Agent Lang every day, just today.
But suppose it is a lie. It would explain a lot of things. Like his movements and his whereabouts.
Fine, whatever. That was rubbish. Hold it! So you still claim that the tire marks belong to the Badgermobile? To the blue Badgermobile?
It must have arrived on the scene after the ground had become wet with rain. Officer Meekins committed the murder.
He has to deal with courtroom mannerisms in a place where they don't belong. Well, in a sense. Not really. I think it's only here that he does... Well, actually no, you're right, because he deals with Phoenix Wright all the time. Even when he doesn't deal with Edgeworth. So, yep, you're absolutely right. But they work, you know, they bring out the truth in the end, so, you know, fuck it, deal with it. Hold it! Maybe I'll talk about muddy tires here too. Besides the blue badger mobile, there are other ways the body could have been moved.
Recall what the Wild Wild West area looked like.
Exactly, no mud.
Only the blue Badgermobile and Mr. Deacon's body were in the garage. I'd say that's proof.
I suppose if one were to look at that place, that would be the only logical conclusion. However, my experience tells me that the truth is usually not so easily found. Is there some sort of problem with Agent Lang's statement with regard to that scene? Yes, of course. Doesn't Edgeworth, Von Karma, Godot basically are fucking strong arm him to keep his mouth shut though? I don't really remember. Von Karma definitely. Edgeworth sometimes, I guess. I don't really remember from the first two games how aggressive Edgeworth was towards Gumshoe. I remember that there are rumors that he forges evidence and shit, but that's obviously not true. Neither for Von Karma, I think.
Looks like the only thing that car was selling was death, not dreams.
Only if what Agent Lang believes turns out to be true. The 3-tire tread marks are very telling, however. Is the blue Badgermobile the only thing capable of creating such a pattern? Again, I don't know. I don't have like any piece of evidence that is the pink Badgermobile, which is right fucking here. But I'll just try presenting. It has to be this. It has to be the blue Badgermobile. Because of them, I don't know. Maybe I'm just stuck on the muddy tracks and muddy tires, and that just fucks me up. But I'm gonna try this anyway. Objection! Sorry, Agent Lang, but that's an impossible tale.
And why is that?
Those tire marks could not have been left by Officer Meekins' blue Badgermobile. One look at the car would have told you so. What proves that the blue Badgermobile had never been to the stadium? Do British people also say stadium? I'm not sure. Take that! Take a good look at the tires. There's not a single dollop of mud to be found on it. If this car had come to the backstage area and left those tire tracks, then the lack of mud on these tires stands out as very peculiar indeed.
Then, how do you explain the tire tracks, genius?
Hey, I've got it.
What? Stadium? Stadium or stadium? Stadium. Stardom. Oh, no, I know people say stadium. One in New York, they say... Or yeah, no, I know it's stadium, but I'm doing Edgeworth as British, so I was wondering if it's stadium or stadium.
Hey, I've got it. What about Miss Oldback's pink Badgermobile?
Don't be ridiculous! I was sleeping the entire time in the second tier seats!
Indeed. I believe we can rule her out as someone related to the crime. Well, there's still one more Badgermobile. However, there is yet one more roving store, as I recall.
Oh, you mean the Proto-Badger?
That's right. There was one more parking space inside that garage. See, like, I know that British people say garage sometimes. Because that's weird, just like potato, you know. But they're weird, the British. And it proves the existence of a proto-Badgermobile. Agent Lang, I suggest you find this proto-Badgermobile post-haste. There must still be some sort of incriminating evidence in it.
No.
Hey, did you hear something?
Another voice. Gonna need you guys here. I have no idea who this could be. What? Who the fuck is this? Oh, it's Lance! Help me. Just one look at this face and
Are you alright?
Oh, I get what you did. I still think that Lance kidnapped. Now looking at him now, I can definitely tell that Lance kidnapped himself, probably with his butler, who was his good friend. And then when he saw that, oh, he kidnapped him. He did it for the money. He did it for the $1 million. Yeah, definitely a fag. But I can't make him a fag like I did the voice before. But I think I got an idea. Let me know if you think it's good. Anyhow, I think that he kidnapped himself, got the money, killed his accomplice so he wouldn't tell the truth, then pretended that the kidnappers released him and are gone with the money. Well, in the meanwhile, he obviously hid the money somewhere, and we need to find it.
Well, this is something. Looks like we found our kidnapping victim. Where were you all this time? Wild West. With kidnappers.
He was in the room next to the one I was held in.
Ran away using underground and got lost. The kidnappers. What is it? I can't understand what you're trying to say. The kidnappers escaped wearing costumes. Did you see the faces of your kidnappers? No, I didn't see their faces, but two. One was a woman.
A woman?
Quite an important piece of testimony. Hey, what are you guys doing? Stop standing there and get you cops on this already. I'll even let you guys have what the kid said just now. Consider it a gift. Now, are you going to get out of my crime scene? Or am I going to have to get rough?
Oh, again?
You're nothing but a big bully. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go.
Oh, no. Not you. You're a very important witness for my case. I'm not about to let you get in that way that easily.
Don't count on me to testify, because I won't. Not for you.
For you.
That's right! I won't either! You hear me, you young whippersnapper?
Hey, calm down. There's no need for all this hostility. I just want to take a statement from each of you. I'm not going to rough either of you up. I give you my word. Come now, fair maidens. What do you say? Will you cooperate?
Fair maidens? My, you little rascal! You sure know the way into a woman's heart!
Lang Z says, the passage of time is but a fleeting moment, and a lady is young forever.
Trying to outdo my edgy poo with your fancy schmancy sayings! Let's get this over with. So we're clear, I'm only interested in giving you my statement.
Sure, just as soon as Mr. Prosecutor leaves us be.
Mr. Edgeworth.
To be continued. Alright guys, thanks for watching the stream. Like, subscribe, donate to my Patreon. I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time as today. Remember to vote in the poll, remember to do everything. I'm just kidding, I love doing that joke. I know it's not funny, but I love doing it. Not the dun dun, that's hilarious. I love doing the I'm gonna go. Okay. Marco, Wada. I Marco Diopolo.
Looks like we got the boot again.
With Lon safe, the focus of the investigation will shift solely onto the murder. Yeah, it was a meme. Sorry, Scribble and Chairs. You're not gonna get rid of me so easily. Still got another hour on the schedule. I'm gonna abuse it as much as I can.
You mean the infighting in between the kidnappers?
Yes, and also the identity of the remaining kidnapper.
Miles, my boy. Tell me it's true. Tell me that you've really found my boy.
Sorry, Scribble. Didn't mean to, I don't know, whatever. Yes, Mr. Almano, we found him earlier in the stadium.
Then my little Lance is unhurt.
Maybe she no way. He's not exactly the picture of perfect health, but his life is not in danger. He's being questioned right now by Agent Lang.
Poor Lance. It must have been so horrible for him. Locked up like a... Oh.
Sorry. I'm going to drink of water here. What's Mr. Almano so mad about, though? He looks real mad. Has he bummed his son is back?
Miles, my boy, I can't thank you enough.
It was nothing.
I'm still in shock over what happened to Oliver. But I have to say, I'm relieved that Lance is alright. Oh, that's right. I mustn't forget to pass this on to Lance as soon as the police are finished with him.
A letter?
The way Lance is being chased after by women reminds me of someone I know. I almost can't believe he received yet another love letter, you know. Here, take a look for yourself.
Isn't this a breach of confidentiality? My dear Lance Almano, may I come see you again, your beloved... something. Tender Lender Loan Company. Okay. Look, look at that emoji. The Tender Lender Loan Company logo. That's a mouthful. It has a funny little emoji. It's a very simple love letter.
Oh, hey, let me see. That's really weird. It's from a loan company. Tender Lender. Looks more like a collection bill to me.
Oh, well that could explain everything, really. Tender as the fur, dying as you burn. What? What are you talking about, Chairs? What came over you? Anyway, I think this could be the reason for the kidnapping, and the theory I put forward earlier about him doing it for the money. He probably needed it for to pay back a loan or something. Okay, I guess I can present him with a letter and maybe get some more info. Oh, it's in Dragula? I love that song with it. Tender as the fur, dying as you burn. Oh, you're right. Yeah, I didn't recognize it, but you're right, Cheers. I love that song.
Oh, that looks to be something with quite a bit of value. But then, all things have some value attached to them. Only by probing deep into the unknown can we become true winners in this world, Miles, my boy.
Thanks, but knowledge isn't what's going to make me a winner here. It's information. Okay, so I guess he's got nothing to say about that. Then I guess it's time to talk to this little lady.
He loves me. He loves me not. He loves me. He loves me not. Oh, that's the
Well, for one... No, you can't give up, Lauren. Just one more try.
Excuse me, but I can't help but feel a bit sorry for all the flowers you've gone through.
I suppose. If they were me, then...
I believe you said that you are Lance's girlfriend when we first met, correct?
Yes, I am, but... Oh, it's not like we both think of each other as lovers. But he did give me this ring, so I guess we're not just friends either.
QTAF?
I mean, because this isn't just any ordinary ring.
Look at her lick that shit. You know that's why you gave it to her, so you can practice your licking.
It tastes so sweet when you lick it. It's so wonderful.
You mean to tell me that he gave you a lollipop ring?
So which is it? Have you guys not decided if you're going out? Or is it just one-sided?
Decided? Shouldn't the parties involved naturally just know?
My father used to work for Mr. Romano. And so, Lance and I grew up together. I said it out loud.
I don't see how that's anything to be embarrassed about. So your father was an employee for the Amano Group. What did he do?
I heard his job was to fly around the world. On Pegasus.
Pegasus?
Oh, Pegasus was the name of the airplane. The airplane belonged to the company. You had me there for a second. But now, it's all changed. My father, he isn't around anymore. Oh, I see. About 10 years ago, he rode in Pegasus off to somewhere, and he never returned.
Riding Pegasus to whereabouts unknown. Sounds like the stuff legends are made of.
It's been so long, I don't think I'd recognize him if we were to ever meet again.
You got tickets to Malaysian air flights at once. Could probably sell them on eBay chairs. Or maybe you can, I don't know, go just look for Facebook groups of like adventure seekers or thrill seekers or adrenaline junkies. People like that might buy them.
I'm so sorry, Lauren. But I won't give in to the sadness. I have to live. Yes, Lauren, live.
Sorry, I'm coughing so much today. About this incident.
Incident? But isn't the kidnapping already over and dealt with? I've been here the whole time, so I'm afraid I don't know much about any other incident.
How did you come to know that Lance had been kidnapped?
Oh, that's because of my woman's intuition.
You based everything on that.
I know everything when it comes to my lands. It's really strange. It really must be destiny.
Ah, she started fantasizing again.
You had them for more than a year now, and the two incidents of Malaysian Airlines. What's that? You've had them for more than a year now. After the two incidents on Malaysian Airlines, a friend. That's a cool that's a cool gift actually. Cheers. To get, gotta admit. That's it. That's all. Oh.
So what are you going to do now, Mr. Edgeworth?
We already established that there's a good chance that the killer is the other kidnapper. It's my duty to figure out who this other person is. I believe there is one location that might hold a clue or two. The isolation room. Unless they mean the kidnappers. Well, I meant the I mean the room right next to the isolation room, which is technically the kidnapper's hideout. I'm gonna try and say isolation room 2 because maybe it was Lance's isolation room. Whatever. The place where we were held as prisoners.
Hold it! Don't let me in with you!
Yeah, same cheers. I think that Lance kidnapped himself for the money he needed to return a loan. Because he needed to return the money from a loan. He kidnapped himself for the money. He did it with his butler because we know they were very close to each other. Then, apparently not that close, because then he killed his butler. And magically show up. He killed the butler so he doesn't tell the truth and rat him out. Maybe he was thinking of that, maybe not, but he did that, and then he just appeared. He pretended to be released while he has the money secured somewhere.
I can't allow you to slander my good name as a grand thief by saying I was captured.
Not being able to escape from somewhere qualifies you as a caged bird, Kay.
Besides, we checked that place out pretty well while we were there, remember? Don't you think it'd be an even better idea to check somewhere else?
Perhaps you are right. What I really need right now are leads to the killer's identity. Oh, so I guess the kidnapper's hideout is what I meant. The obvious location is the kidnapper's hideout.
But we're still not allowed in, remember?
Agent Lang and his men should be done with this area. In that case, there is no harm in asking that officer over there to let us in. Let's do just that then. He's probably gonna be an asshole. Let's see, police officer or Gestapo? I'll go with police officer. What do you have to report?
Sir, nothing unusual or out of the ordinary, sir.
Where have I heard such redundancy before? Is it possible for you to let us take a look around inside?
Sir, Roger, sir.
That was surprisingly hassle-free. Are you certain? Didn't Agent Lang order you not to allow me in?
Sir, that's true, sir, but Detective Gumshoe asked me personally to let you in, sir. And I couldn't refuse a request from him.
Wow, looks like Detective Gumshoe has a following.
Furthermore, I was asked to give this document to you, sir.
What is this? Colin Devil Ray? Hold on. The man in this picture. Isn't this Mr. Oliver Deacon? Whereabouts unknown after his escape from Penny Den prison. Stole a gun from a guard during his escape. We thought he might head for... Oh, well, I'm gonna read the rest later.
But the name here says Colin Devil Ray.
That's the same name as the one on the back of the pendant. It appears that Colin Devil Ray was his real name. What's this? He was convicted in a case 10 years ago and sent to prison. 10 years ago, huh? That's interesting because the files that were stolen from me were about a case from 10 years ago. Very interesting.
What? Then what was he doing here?
Apparently he broke out of jail and then just vanished. He must have become Oliver Deacon to cover up the fact that he was an escaped felon. That's very interesting.
Now I'm not sure what's going on anymore.
Is there some sort of link between the victim's past and this current case? These police documents are rather detailed. I should take the time to give them a thorough read eventually. It's fine. Let's focus on one thing at a time, starting with the kidnapper's... hideout.
Yeah, I agree. We should investigate first, think later.
More than thinking things through, I think you should try remembering things first. Now then, if you could please unlock the door, officer.
It was locked up until a little while ago, but since then the door's been open wide, sir.
I'm not sure I follow what it is you're saying. Care to explain in a bit more detail?
Sir, the door was locked down tight when they went to check out the room, sir. So they got out about 10 minutes. So they got about 10 officers to help out and break the door down, sir.
I see. I guess that means I get Agent Lang's leftovers. Well, let's see what we find. You know it. Well, it is a shame I couldn't. Well, I'll probably have to ask, like, Mr. Romano later about how long has he said that the butler has been with him for a while. So could it be more than 10 years? I don't know. Maybe it's like a twin brother type of thing? Yes, Morathane, what do you need to know? What's my secret to giving the best reach arounds? Practice. You gotta practice a lot, Morathane. Just gotta reach around for everything that you can get. Just keep doing it. Everything phallic, just reach around to it. And practice makes perfect. That's the secret. Just hard work, sacrifice, and if it's not too corny, I think a bit of love too. Gotta add in the secret ingredient. So there you go, Morthin. Go forth and give the best reach arounds too. But does my arm go between the legs or around the waist? It depends on the girth, on the length, on the position I'm in. Morthane over the shoulder. It could be like just even not a reach around. Sometimes it's a reach forward. You know. It depends. It depends on what they're asking. It depends on what I'm in the mood for. It really changes. But again, I recommend practicing everything. You gotta always be prepared. I once had to give a reach around like with my hand behind my back. It wasn't simple, but I did it cause I believe in hard work and perfection. So there you go. So this is where the kidnappers planned their foul deed.
Well, you were tied up for a while in the room next door, hee hee.
Kay, please. Must you bring that up again? Excellent, Morthin. I knew I could count on you. Now then, down to business. There might still be some clues left in this room. Let's try to find out what we can of the other kidnapper's identity. There we go. Okay, let's have a look around here first. I want to see what we got here. Trading post. Oh, it's like a set. Let's start going right to left from starting here. What have we here?
Looks like a sword. A broken sword.
Strange. Why would it be broken like that? Oh, I think that's what hit me on the head. Yeah, because I remember now that the... Yeah, I remember I was freaking out because I thought Edgy was gonna die. Because the guy behind him raised the sword before he hit him. So that must be the same sword. Swords don't usually break on their own.
That's true.
Alright then, let's think about it this way. Maybe it broke if someone was trying to use it for or on something. Hypotheticals aren't going to get us anywhere. Perhaps we should think more on this later. Do I have anything to tie that with right now? Probably not. Nah, just a prop sword. Okay, so we got this.
Ooh, they have barrels like these just outside.
Yes, and...
Well, I know I already asked you when we were out there, but if these were real, what would you put in them?
There's an expectant gleam in her eyes that I'm about to dash. Okay, that was important. What about this?
Hey, there's a trapdoor in this room too.
It's not a trap door, it's an entrance to an underground passage, Kay.
I know that.
The door leading to the outside world was locked, so Lance must have escaped his prison through here. Okay, what's this? Unused folding chairs lean against the wall in their folded state.
Wow, whoever lined these up did it perfectly. They're not even a single hair off. I'd feel bad using these because it'd be like stealing the perfection away.
I suspect it's more like you wouldn't want to be the one to put them away. Okay, what about this?
Watch out, Mr. Edgeworth!
It's a broken mirror. It probably came from the haunted house. Why is this here? Are they planning to repair it? That's a pretty good question, actually. A sign advertising the photo rally. Something I have absolutely no interest in.
Yeah, but I do, and I'm going to get my hands on the rest of the Badger family. You'll see.
She definitely brings a decidedly different atmosphere to a criminal investigation. What else do we have? A coffee corner? All present have inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Oh, what's that key, first of all? Straight up. Seems to have a tag above it, too. I wonder what this key is to.
You got me.
It reminds me of the key we found in the other room.
That's it. This must be the key for one of those trapdoors.
That wasn't a trapdoor. You only call it one because you quite literally jumped into it.
Hey, but isn't that what you're supposed to do when you see one?
Not really. I am not having this conversation with you. Okay, so I got that. I don't know, map. A poster of Gatewater Land is stuck on this wall. Intrigue, fun, prestige. Gatewater Land has it all, and it's waiting for you. It's not especially catchy, is it? 3 coffee cups though, that's odd. Cheap styrofoam cups.
Looks like only 3 cups were used.
3? Why 3 though? Does it mean there were 3 partners in crime? They were on top of the table, the coffee looks like it was poured today. Okay, that still doesn't help with the broken sword though. Nothing here. Chairs? 3 chairs too! So there were definitely 3 people here. Folding chairs, and by the looks of it, they were probably used by the kidnappers.
There are 3 chairs set around the table.
Oh, or maybe... Why would they let the victim sit on a chair? Like, why would they let Lance sit on a chair? And give him coffee? I'm not sure if this is Lance trying to, like... To fool us by making us think that there were 2 kidnappers plus him, and they didn't actually kidnap himself, or maybe there are 3 partners to this crime. 3 chairs? That's too many chairs! That's way too many chairs. And we're having a nice talk with them? That's nice. Okay, anything else around here? I don't think so, I think that's it. Maybe the sign? No. Okay, I'm done here. I can probably... Well, I should look at this first. Maybe that wall over there too. This must be where they dispose of old and worn-out costumes.
That's so sad.
It would seem that they throw the costumes away in pieces. And how there was a trash bin for old and useless costumes. Okay. Beyond this door.
It's where the kidnappers held you after getting the jump on you.
Must you keep reminding me? You honestly knowing someone was gonna... Well... you know, you can't really, give up something like that. I can't blame Wada.
But it's got the room where...
What?
It's got the room where I got to see your awesome... No face!
You didn't need to remind me of that mortifying moment either. Okay. So I guess that's all. So I think the first thing I can deduce together, or like combine together, is the folding chairs, 3 folding chairs and 3 cups. What can we deduce from that? I wonder. The common denominator between the cups and the folding chairs is the number 3. Speaking of which, the number of missing costumes is also 3.
Wait, but I thought there were only 2 kidnappers.
Indeed, something isn't adding up. Literally. Is it possible that there is a 3rd kidnapper that Lance didn't see? Okay, so I guess maybe there were 2 kidnappers plus Lance in on it? I don't know. I don't know. That's all I got right now. Should I try? Well, I guess it doesn't hurt. I guess I can try working the costume pieces and the broken prop sword. I don't know though. No, I don't think so. I can't see a clear connection between these 2 pieces of information. Okay, so what did I miss here? I looked at that. I looked at everything here, I think. Oh, maybe this door. This door is thoroughly broken, thanks to the police who forced it open. I wouldn't trust it and have inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. Okay, so it's the same thing here. Let's just look at everything. The panel that hid the entrance to the underground is propped up wide and open. Oh, it's propped up and and wide open. Be careful where you step, Kay.
I only fell into the other opening once, you know.
Okay.
That doorknob handle thing is looking pretty beat up.
I suppose that's what happens when 10 officers break their way in with brute force.
Hey, that's odd. The lock on this is completely fine. Look, not a single dent.
But how is that possible after what that officer told us? Oh, that's how the sword was broken, I guess. It was used to keep the handle from opening, I suppose.
Yeah, if the lock had been in use when the door was busted down, then the lock itself should be completely wrecked.
So, the lock on the door leading to the outside is undamaged. How can that be? Well, it's probably the sword. But I'm gonna keep looking around just in case.
Looks like a
Oh, it's the same dialogue. Okay. And the barrels. So let's see if it's the same thing. Yeah, same dialogue too. Okay, so I think I got this. Last piece of logic I needed. I was obviously done using the broken sword prop. It's a bit strange that the police had to force their way into an unlocked room. One look at the pristine door lock, and anyone can see that it was not in use at the time.
But the policeman outside said that it took 10 men to get it open.
A door that was locked tight, despite it being not locked at all. It can only be because of this.
Oh, you mean...
Yes, it was used to jam the door. Here, take a look at the door handle. Do you see how the handle is completely destroyed?
So that's how the sword broke!
Okay, and now we got that as evidence. That's good. I thought that we might uncover the true identity of the kidnappers. But instead, we've only uncovered more questions that need to be answered. Oh shit! Oh my fucking god! Holy shit, look at those fucking black soulless eyes. What the fuck is up with this jump scare?
Ah!
What is it?
Well, Mr.
I don't know, I'm just doing a voice.
Mr. Edgeworth, am I correct?
He's probably gonna take down his mask though. I'm gonna need a voice for him. What are you doing suddenly popping out of the secret entrance like that?
Oh, this is an underground passage used by the staff members, sir. We badgers also make use of it in our duties.
What's up? Is the sound gone just for me? Or, yeah, it could be, never mind.
Look, why don't you get out of there first, and then we'll talk, okay?
Oh, I beg your pardon, miss.
Proto Badger, get! Alright, only one more to go.
What are you getting all excited about?
Did you forget? The photo rally, duh! See? Look! Now all I have to do is get a picture of the bad badger and I'm done!
Oh, yes. I vaguely recall a contest or something of that sort. Who are you then, dude?
What? It's gone. But where did it go?
What happened? What's wrong?
Well, the bad badger costume is missing, sir.
Oh, is that all? Well, it's missing because the kidnapper stole it!
Oh, I heard about how they were stolen. But they said that only 3 of the costumes had been taken.
What? Is he saying that more than 3 of them are gone? Mr. Proto Badger, please tell me a little more about these costumes you use. I guess I'm gonna have to talk to him for that. And I guess he's not taking off his mask either. I'll keep with the voice for now. I thought it was a placeholder voice, but I'll just go with it, and if anyone has a better idea, let me know. What did you mean by a bad badger costume is missing?
Just what I said, sir. We are 1 bad badger short. Counting the spares, we have 2 of each costume on hand at all time.
Okay, so because one of them is walking around the park...
The other should be in that room.
Actually, both of them should be in that room.
Huh? What do you mean?
Normally, we don't use the bad badger costumes. In fact, we only use them during a certain event at a set time each day. It's the stage show where the bad badger wreaks havoc around the park. And the other badgers must work together to apprehend him, sir.
I'm speechless that such a show exists.
Well, sir, I was just trying to explain to you the only time we use that costume.
Then doesn't that make it near impossible to take a picture of the bad badger?
Personally, I can't believe it's this close to showtime and there's no costume. Oh dear, what am I going to do, sir?
All this basically means is that the kidnappers stole 4 costumes in total.
Then, are you saying that there are 4 kidnappers?
No, I don't think that's very likely.
Oh?
Recall the costumes for a moment.
The stolen ones, you mean?
What proves that the 4th kidnapper does not exist? I'm not sure. Maybe the fact that there are two Bad Badger costumes are missing. I think probably they want me to choose this. I'm not certain, but I think this is it. Take that! If you had 4 people and you had wanted to steal a 4th costume, wouldn't you naturally go for the full set and steal a pink badger costume instead?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And yet, the kidnappers decided to steal another bad badger. I believe the culprits needed 2 bad badger costumes, but the question is why? A 4th stolen costume with a 3-person kidnapping group. Where's the other costume? Well, I guess now I can use logic probably. And I counted back for Bad Badger and costume pieces. Oh, I don't know, it's a bit of a stretch, but maybe it can make something work with this. Especially with the Bad Badger head we have in the next room. The second Bad Badger costume? I believe it may be closer at hand than we think.
Hmm? What do you mean?
That costume in the trash. Wouldn't you say that it's wearing some very telltale pawns?
Hey, you're right. Let's get it out of there and take a look.
As I suspected, it's a Bad Badger costume.
Well, minus the head.
I won't trust until yeah. First of all, it's got a hole in its head for some reason.
Look, its hand is hurt.
Looks more like something was ripped off of it. A gun, maybe? Along with some fabric? I wonder why this Bad Badger costume's right hand is torn up like that.
Maybe it's a flesh wound from a fight with a blue badger. I always knew the blue badger was one ferocious beast.
I somehow doubt that even real badgers are as bloodthirsty as that, Kay. Feet seem fine. Well, they're not muddy, so that's something. Same thing. Okay, so, I'm gonna try, can I work this in somehow? I'm really not sure, but I think if I deduce this along with the head, I don't know. It doesn't contradict, but is this spot somehow connected to any of the evidence I hold? Oh, it is connected, it doesn't contradict, but... Eureka! This is a clear contradiction of the facts. No, you don't follow my logic, Edgy, as always.
Huh? What are you talking about? Are you going to fill me in or not?
Wait, maybe it's not quite so clear.
Even so, it's still a contradiction, right?
Or it might not be.
You're acting really weird, Mr. Edgeworth. Just tell me if it's a contradiction or not.
Ugh, my apologies. Something off about this costume. If I could only envision the truth in my head, I'll be one step closer to it. Well, what am I missing here? I guess I can check the chairs too. Unused folding chairs lean against the wall in their folded state. The ones over by the table probably came from this stack. There are 3 folding chairs over on this side. I can't say they were arranged nearly as nicely as their siblings to the right.
You think so? I think they're just fine, like a bunch of used chairs ought to be.
I'm beginning to think you must keep a most chaotic room.
Hey! Don't slander and sigh me all at one shot!
Okay, so nothing again. Let's look at our shit. Well, one thing, it's not really a contradiction, but... we know that Deacon was, or whatever his name is, was right-handed. And this hole is on the right. How does that help me, though? Lack of blood, maybe? I don't know. It doesn't seem that there are bullet holes in this anyway, so... Love letter... I should probably check this. Stole a gun from a guard during his escape. We thought he might head for where his wife and sole daughter are. Ah, come on! And before Colin Devoray is that girl's dad, and she couldn't know that it's him or something. I bet it's him. But despite her surveillance, he has yet to show up. So maybe he worked for. Maybe he went back to working for them, but as a butler instead of a pilot. That's kind of weird, though. Anyway, yeah, I noticed earlier that it says, which is a bit weird, that his dominant hand is right. Also, what's pretty weird or lazy is that his weight is 123.45 pounds. I mean, come on. Does he have to show up? Well, that's definitely her dad, but... Look at prof sword. Nothing at all. Nothing. I have no clue. What do I need to deduce from this? The other hand, maybe? Right hand is torn up like that. I really don't. I'm really not sure. Hands are okay. Everything. Why is it separating the two? His hand is certain. Yeah, same as earlier. Okay, how does his... Well, I don't know. Maybe... Maybe it's the right hand thing when I get with this? I don't know. Evidence discovered. Blue Badger Bible. Is he missing something here? Well, a gun. Maybe the gun is glued to his hand and they had to rip it out. That's possible, I suppose. Maybe it's just like part of the costume and sewn in. Reach Badger, that doesn't help me. Caterpillar stole 4 costumes apparently. It was moved, shot from abdomen through shoulder. Called Devil Ray. Wall shot on 3 wheels. I feel like it's either Oliver Deakin or... I think it's the Bible, the Blue Badger Bible. Or we need to ask where his gun is. That's my best bet right now. Eureka! I believe what we have here is an inconsistency.
Between what?
Look carefully. Our costume is not holding something in its right hand that it should be.
Oh! The gun!
Precisely. The Bad Badger was designed to always hold a gun in his right hand. Oh, hey Snore. I was hoping you'd show up because I wanted you to see the stream title for this for today's stream. However, you there, did you remove the gun from this Bad Badger's right hand? Yeah, Teletubbies. Actually, they're badgers.
No, I did not, sir. The gun is supposed to be securely attached to the costume.
As I thought, the rip itself confirms my hypothesis that the gun was forcibly removed. Mr. Proto-Badger, the gun is, of course, not a functioning weapon, correct?
Absolutely not, sir. It's just a model gun. However, it can fire blanks.
Oh, maybe... So maybe the scene of the crime wasn't there and they were just faking it to throw us off. Exactly, Snore. Thanks, buddy.
We need to use them for the stage show.
It seems that our kidnappers also had a need for the model gun, my dear costumed friend. Missing model gun. Okay. Station complete. Full HP. Excellent. I think we're about done with this room.
So, what's next?
Well, we found a few answers, but there's still a few things left that we have to ask about a certain person. That we have to ask a certain person about. Let's go, Kay. Yeah, I did snore. Did it not show up to you?
Mr. Edgeworth, sir! You've gotta hurry, sir! Come on!
What is it, detective?
They found a Blue Badger costume done in front of the main gate, sir!
Oh, it didn't? Maybe I did it wrong? Maybe I said it for the wrong time or something by mistake? I guess that's a possibility. That sucks. What?
Isn't that what one of the kidnappers was wearing?
Bingo! That's why you've gotta come to the main gate with me right now. If we hurry, we still might be able to get there before Wolfboy does, sir.
Alright, let's make haste to the main gate. To be continued. I throw another one of those, okay, see you later guys, but I don't wanna confuse anybody here. So we'll continue right now for another 14 minutes. Where's the costume, Detective Gumshoe?
Just on the other side of the fountain, sir.
Okay, see you later, Cheers. Thanks for sticking around. Another pendant. That is quite peculiar. With Colin de Voray, I get a feeling that something's being set up here. Because of the pendants. Because it's a very easy and convenient way to, like, throw us off. But we'll see. We'll see what this one says.
Was it out here in the open all along?
No, it was discovered in the tall grass back there. We moved it out here in order to examine it more thoroughly.
Then let's get down to it. I won't trust until, yeah, every suspicious looking nook and cranny, sure. Well, first of all, this. What do we have here? Wait, Pegasus. Yeah, there we go. Mr. Deacon's pendant. He was a pilot. He flew the Pegasus, so they were two halves of those. Okay, yeah. And she's his daughter. Okay. The game is making it pretty obvious, I gotta say. What do we have here?
Oh, it's another pendant. That's 2 treasures in one day. How lucky is that? And hey, this pretty baby's made out of platinum silver too.
Another pendant on top of the one we found on Mr. Deacon. Yeah, this is a bit convenient that we keep finding these. Is it possible that these two...
Hold it right there.
I'm guessing. Yeah, with this edgy music you can tell.
Heads off, Mr. Prosecutor. You sure know how to cross the line, don't you?
Oh!
A pendant, huh? This is a very decisive piece of evidence.
How can you tell?
Look here and read off what you see.
Lauren! Hey, it's a name that's engraved on this.
Miss Pops. Okay, at least I realized that. So now he's gonna arrest her too?
Aha! We have you now, Miss Kidnapper.
No, you don't understand.
Okay, so I think maybe he killed... Oh, no. I think I get it now. It was all set up by Lance. He set it up so the butler would seem like he was actually her dad, who went missing. Maybe even fake those documents. And then he set it up. He said that there was another girl, and he set it up as though it was a father and daughter type of thing. That's what I think now. Oh, hey Nex, how you doing, man?
Lolly, I can't believe you were one of my kidnappers.
Lance. You're kidding! Miss Pops was one of the kidnappers? Yes.
Oh, come on. So she's in on it too. So it was the butler, her, and Lance. And she probably did it for him because she was afraid of what whoever he took the loan from will do to him. That's my guess now.
It was me. I held Lance hostage.
Why is she lying, though? Well, I just said why. So Miss Pops is one of the kidnappers. But even knowing that, I can't call this case solved. Or over.
Hey, guys, case closed. Get the car ready, and I mean the special one for this young lady.
Hold it!
Again, Mr. Prosecutor? What is it this time?
Are you proposing that Miss Pops is also the culprit in the murder case? What happened? I thought Officer Meekins was your suspect.
Huh. We found it.
Found what?
That officer's gun. He literally dropped it in the middle of a thick patch of grass. Your country's police are a sham. Just look at how careless they are.
And before that's the missing gun from the costume.
Who are you calling a sham, pal?
The officer... Oh, sorry. I'm getting confused with all the different voices.
The officer's gun didn't show signs of having been fired, so it can't be the murder weapon.
So Officer Meekins has been cleared of all charges, I see. Oh, maybe it is his gun if it wasn't fired.
And that's when a brand new suspect comes walking into the scene. The murder only happened because the kidnappers started fighting amongst themselves. As I recall, it was you who said that, right, Mr. Prosecutor?
Miss Pops, did you really kill Mr. Deacon? Yes, I killed him.
So she's really taking the fall for... Was that on her arm? That's weird. Should look into that.
I can't believe it.
Thanks for the confession.
Objection! Agent Lang, it's much too early to declare this case closed.
Look at you, so sure of yourself. We've got the culprit's own confession and some very incriminating evidence.
Skin cancer? Could be. Getting to figure out how skin cancer is relevant to this case, though. Oh, maybe because she's about to die, then she doesn't care about incriminating herself, or about, like, taking the fall, because she's gonna die anyway. And her lover boy, Lance, can live a free life with unbroken kneecaps.
What more could you ask for?
Miss Lauren Pops.
Yes.
I want to hear it from you. Tell me your side of all that has happened today, from the kidnapping to the murder.
But why? I'm a kidnapper and the killer. Isn't that enough?
It's fine if you're the one behind everything, but only if that is the truth. Now then, will you tell us the truth? Or is there some reason why you can't? She cuts herself? Could be.
I've had a change of heart. I think I'd enjoy seeing you sulk away as a losing mutt. Alright, you heard me. Let's hear all about the evil deeds you committed today.
Let's do this. Miss Pop's confession.
The one who came up with the kidnapping was the butler, Mr. Deacon. We knew that we could get rich by holding Lance hostage. Mr. Romano would pay anything to get his son back after all. Everything was going according to plan, but as soon as we got the money, Mr. Deacon turned on me and tried to kill me.
What's that on her fucking arm? Seriously.
There, are you satisfied? She just confessed to her crimes a second time. At least you have the guts to admit what you've done. I can at least respect that much.
Miss Pops, is what you said really the truth?
Yes, it is.
If that is the truth, it certainly isn't the whole truth. Because there's something that seems a bit too improbable in her confession. Let's see if I can spot it right away, or if we need to press. Who came up with the kidnapping plan was the butler, Mr. Deacon. I could do something about the whatever. I might just press that. We knew we could get rich by holding Lance hostage. Mr. Onmano would pay anything. I suppose that's true. He did pay $1 million. And this logic also checks out. According to plan, but as soon as we got the money, Mr. Deacon turned on me and tried to kill me. Got no proof for that. I think I'll start by pressing this. Hold it! How well did you know the victim?
I've spoken with them only a few times at Lance's house.
A few times? That's it?
Yes.
They only met a few times. I don't see how they could have trusted each other.
But if you hardly ever talked, then how could he trust you not to steal his plan?
That's completely irrelevant. He was planning to betray her from the very beginning. Which is why he chose someone he wasn't especially close to. Isn't that right, Sheena?
Yes. However, Mr. Deacon made a very poor choice.
Still don't have a real voice for her.
In the end, he was killed by the one he intended to betray himself.
Ha! I bet he didn't see that one coming.
Okay. Hold it! You knew? How did you know something like that?
Oh, no! What should I do?
Okay. What's wrong with her now?
Come on! Isn't it obvious? You're making your scary face again, that's why! Why don't you try asking her in a nicer, more gentle way? No, stop it, Lauren. You're always like this. You always fall for the stern-looking one. That's why you'll always be unhappy.
Did she just try to cut her hair or something?
Or maybe that's it. She's been bewitched by your icy glare.
Mind your own business, Kay. Now then, Miss Pops, let's continue with your testimony.
Oh, yes, of course.
Okay, anything? Why did you believe that?
Anyone who knows Mr. Romano would think the same. I bet Lance is that old man's greatest treasure.
I suppose he would be to a doting father like Mr. Romano.
I always figured that was it too, and I was always envious of Lance for it. Oh, because your dad's... I got this pendant from my father.
Well, there we go. Something's weird over there. Okay. Yeah, I think this is gonna be the piece that we need.
And I believe that as long as I have this, I'll find my father again someday. He will welcome me into his arms, riding on the back of Pegasus.
That pendant. She must truly believe it to be the wings of Pegasus. Okay, so that's the one we need. Since we're short on time, I'll try and present this right now. See if this works somehow. Objection! Take a good look at this. No, I'm wrong. The music didn't stop.
What about it?
Mr. Edgeworth, sir, I don't think you pulled out the right piece of evidence. Ha 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 ha! Wonderful subordinate there, so willing to point out his boss's mistakes. Yuck!
Detective Gumshoe, you will refrain from excessive talking.
I'll try, sir.
Okay, what Penny said. So that was wrong. I will keep pressing for now. Hold it! Would you mind telling us a bit about the plan itself?
Well, first we captured Lance. Ooh, how did you do that? Well, Mr. Deacon did that on his own, so I don't quite know. Bah! I thought you knew how to steal people away.
I shudder to think what she would do with such knowledge.
Sorry, I really don't know, but somehow Mr. Deacon was able to contain him. All we had to do after that was wait for the ransom to be paid, but...
Okay, I got another idea for something that we might be able to use. And not just the pendant, because apparently it's not the time for that yet. But I think maybe... Oh, we don't have that though. The fact that there were 3 doesn't appear here in the evidence. No. So maybe I'm wrong. Hold it! Why do you think he did?
I have no idea, but maybe he had planned on doing so from the very beginning. Miss Pops!
Wait, Mr. Deacon planned to kill Miss Pops from the very beginning. Was that ever really likely to happen? What should I do? Should I raise an objection? Yeah, obviously, but I'm not sure what I'm gonna use on that, but it has to be. I'm sorry, but I don't think what you just claimed is all that likely.
Huh?
I don't think Mr. Deacon would have ever been capable of killing you.
But why? We were total strangers.
Oh, this is where I use that. Oh, it's a band-aid. She has a band-aid on her left elbow for some reason. And she's got scissors where I don't know. She does look like she might, like maybe she cuts herself.
It's not uncommon for people to kill each other.
Miss Pops, you really are clueless, aren't you?
What do you mean?
You never knew what your role in the kidnapping was, nor do you know who you really are. But I do, and I can show you with this piece of evidence. This proves that Mr. Deacon wouldn't have been able to bring himself to kill Miss Pops, and this is where I use the pendant. Take that!
Why are you showing this to me?
So what about the pendant?
This horse pendant, along with this piece of evidence, shows who you really are. Of course, the wings of the Pegasus. Take that! These 2 pendants resemble each other, wouldn't you agree?
Hey, you're right! They're the same color, and they're even made of the same material.
I believe that these 2 pendants are actually one. Shall we give it a try?
Wow, it's totally Pegasus. But why? Why does my pendant match up with Mr. Deacon's?
You're a smart lady. I'm sure you can imagine why that might be.
No, it can't be.
So the 2 make a set. Huh, it's just another trinket. It's not as though this changes anything.
You lack imagination, Agent Long. Very well. I'll show you with this evidence. This is the piece of evidence that gives meaning to the Pegasus pendant. I'm assuming the file on... Where's the file? For you, Wada. It's either this, or no, it's gotta be that. It can't be the body, right? Because that's too old, it feels to me. Preliminary findings indicate loss of blood resulting from a gunshot wound. Lack of blood. Yeah, okay, so it's probably the dossier. Take that!
Oliver Deacon was just an alias for this man. His real name was Colin Devoray, the name that is etched on the horse pendant.
What? An alias?
I suppose he had to hide the fact that he was a felon somehow in order to live. And it makes sense, given what is written in Mr. Devoray's dossier. But what I really wanted to point out was this.
Oh shit.
This specific section is what reveals the true meaning behind those pendants.
Sex. No, I'm just kidding. Whereabouts are known after his escape from Penny Dent Prison. Stole a gun from a guard during his escape. We thought he might head for his wife and sole daughter are, but despite our surveillance, he has yet to show up. I think... daughter? That's the only thing I can think of. Meaning he gave one to his daughter and that's... yeah, it has to be this. Take that!
Mr. Devoray had one daughter, and her name is Lauren Pops. That's a lie! That person was not my father! He couldn't come out and tell you he was your father because he was in hiding. However, I believe he was trying to secretly watch over you. Do you still believe that a man like that could kill the daughter he was separated from? Or even that such a man would allow his daughter to get involved in a kidnapping plot?
Ha 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 ha.
And what is so funny, Agent Lang?
You're good at making things up in your head and deciding it's the truth, aren't you?
What are you trying to say?
Your thinking is much too innocent. After all, I thought of another possibility.
Is that so? Well, let's hear it.
We're doing another... okay, well I don't have time for this. I thought it would end much more quickly. So that's gonna be it for tonight, guys. Sorry I gotta go. I'm really having fun with this, and I really like the way the plot is going, because I feel like I got it kind of figured out, but not completely. So I can't wait to bust this whole thing. I'll be back tomorrow, same time as today, actually. And you can check the schedule to see what time is it for you locally. It's already on there. And feel free, if you enjoyed, feel free to follow me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, or Steam. That way you can get notifications when I start to stream. And you can also watch my past broadcasts and get notifications if there's a change in schedule, a delay, a cancellation, or even a surprise stream, midday spontaneous stream, which I'm trying to do more of those in the upcoming time. It ends in like 12:20. Yeah, that's too much for me. 10-20 minutes. I can't do that right now. Sorry. And of course the poll. There's been a number of new requests on the poll, so go ahead, check them out, and vote for them. And if you haven't voted this week, then now's the time, because you can re-vote every week. So that's all I got to say. See you guys later. I think Scribble said, if he's around, he said something about maybe streaming soon on Safe City Heroes. So maybe stick around for that. And hope to see all of you guys tomorrow. Marco.